all, welcome back to a new lesson. I am Niharika and today we are going to look at some idioms related to emotions. Now emotions, they are feelings and feelings are derived from a person's mood or circumstances or even relationships. Now of course, feelings are expressions of fear, hatred, love, joy, excitement, or even grief. So here I have some idioms for you that you can use on daily basis. So let's have a look. Here I have for you to carry the torch for. Now what does this idiom mean? Well, to carry the torch for means to be in love with someone. And maybe it's just one-sided love. You are in love with someone and probably you are not in a relationship with that person, or maybe you can never be in a relationship with that person. So it's kind of a secret love. So you feel for a person, but you really cannot have a relationship with that person. Or there's a possibility that the relationship has ended, but you still feel for that person. You still have that love for the other person. So, for example, if you have to use this idiom on daily basis, probably you can say, John carries the torch for Jane, but Jane has no clue about it. So which means that John is definitely in love with Jane. However, Jane has not noticed it or she has no idea about it. So to carry the torch for is to be in love with someone. So, if your love is one-sided, this idiom suits you the best. You can always say that I carry the torch for so-and-so person. Okay? The next one I have for you here is chip on your shoulder. Now, chip on your shoulder, what do you think it means? Well, this means that a person is pretty resentful. Okay, probably because he's not treated right, maybe because of his or her background, or maybe because of their color or their sex. So because of these reasons, the person is not treated in the right manner by the others. So that's exactly the reason why they become so resentful. Okay, so chip on your shoulder means a person who is extremely resentful. So, for example, if a boy comes from a working class family, at times he really feels the chip on his shoulder. Okay, so which means he's not treated right, and that's exactly the reason why he's being so resentful. Okay, hope you got it right. Let's have a look at the third one over here. Fish out of water. Fish out of water. If you are in a very unfamiliar surrounding, in a surrounding or in an environment that you are not comfortable, this means that you are fish out of water. You know, at times when I sit with extremely intellectual people, I really feel like a fish out of water. Because the things that they talk about, the knowledge that they have, I really can't match. So I really feel fish out of water. So this means I'm not comfortable. So when you feel uncomfortable, this means that you are like a fish out of the water. Okay? The other one that I have for you is to go bananas. Many times you might have heard, especially from teenagers, saying, oh my God, my mom is gonna go bananas over this. So what exactly it means? I'll let you know. To go bananas means when times people feel really angry or they get really emotional about something, they act in a very crazy manner, okay? For example, if you mess up your room, okay, it's really dirty, it's disgusting, it's stinking, and your mom comes back home after a hectic day and she sees the room, she will go bananas. Okay, she will go totally crazy because she's going to be angry. Okay, it's gonna hit her emotionally. The reason because she's so tired and she sees your room in this manner. So she's going to go bananas. So to go bananas means to go crazy. All right. And the fifth idiom that I have for you is go to pieces. That's go to pieces. You can also use the word fall to pieces. Now this idiom means that you go through a total mental collapse. Okay, something that you are facing is terrible. Maybe a very unpleasant situation that you are in, or maybe an extremely difficult situation that you are in, makes your mind to just go blank, okay? Probably you just go into a shock, and that's when you can say that I went to pieces. For example, after I heard the news about his death. So probably you have lost someone, okay, who was really close to you. So that kind of news would make you to go in pieces, right? So it would be a complete mental collapse for you. Or probably you just got dumped by your boyfriend or by your girlfriend, okay? This is going to be very stressful and you are going to be very hurt. So that is the time you can use this idiom that I went to pieces after the breakup. Okay, so it means that you're depressed, you just can't think clearly. Okay, it's a total mental collapse. Alright, so these are some idioms that you can use on daily basis. Let's have a look at some more. Alright, so here are some more idioms for you related to emotions. The first one over here is be as hard as nails. Now this means someone who has no feelings or sympathy for others. So there are so many people in this world who really do not care for others, or they just don't care for anything. They have no sympathy, they have no emotions, no feelings for others. So this means that they are as hard as nails. If you have to use this in a sentence, you can say, Jane will be great in this new business. The reason because she is as hard as nails. Now probably Jane is pretty stern when it comes to her work. Okay, she has no feelings, no sympathy for others. So she is as hard as nails, and that's exactly the reason she will do great. Okay, the next one that I have for you is no hard feelings. Now, no hard feelings is more like an agreement. Now, you might have heard many people saying that, hey man, no hard feelings, right? So it's more like an agreement. You don't feel resentful or there's no bitterness, okay? So for example, you get into a big argument, probably with your best friend, okay? You keep on arguing about certain thing, and then at the end, there's no bitterness, okay? You really don't want to be mean. So you would say that, hey man, no hard feelings, right? So it's more like an agreement. And basically, you're agreeing that there is no bitterness among us. Okay, So that's exactly when people say that no hard feelings, it means that there's no bitterness between us. Okay? The next one that I have for you, and in fact it's the last one for this lesson, is to be in a stew. Now, to be in a stew means to be worried, to be extremely agitated, or to be extremely stressed about something. Now, of course, when you worry, you're extremely stressed or agitated, it is a kind of emotion, right? So, when probably your son is not back home, you would call up your friend frantically and say, "Oh my God, I am in a stew. My son is not back home yet." So you are worried, you're agitated, you're extremely stressed. So that's when you can use this idiom. You can say, "I am in a stew right now about my son," okay? Or probably there's a lot of stress at work, okay? You're not able to think correctly and you're constantly worried and stressed. Then you can always say that I am in a stew, okay? So these are some idioms. I hope they're helpful to you. Please use them on daily basis. This would help you to talk fluently. And of course, you would come across as a very confident speaker. I'll be back with a new lesson for you. Till then, you take care.